let's come back home to our very own Mulamwa. Mulamwa pulled on some really, really typical baby drama, but I think this is baby mama drama on steroids. Got me remembering of Baba Ryan and Mama Ryan, and how they are always antagonizing each other. Well, Mulamwa is a Baba Ryan of Kalamwa. And these two, Mulamwa and his chick, Ruth, I think it's Ruth. Anaitwa Ruth, ama nimesahau jina yake. Yeah, Ruth K. Decided to wash their dirty linen in public. And of course, for us, whatever you give to us, we always take it willingly, analyze it. After all, it's in the public. What is it doing there? So we try to check and analyze what was going on. Well, for me, I would say that I would warn Mulamwa on the dangers of an emotional man. As a man, we are naturally wired to think using our logic before our emotions. Well, with ladies, it's a different case. Ladies will think with the emotions first before the logic kicks in. Well, it's not a matter of logic versus emotions on which is more important than the other, but they are equally as important, which actually comes to answer the question of, should you use logic to think or should you use emotions? Both are important, and that's why men need women and women need men. Let no one lie to you that as a man you don't need a woman. As a man you need a woman, and also as a woman you need a man, because we are built differently, we think differently, but we are complementary to each other. I'm not a person who really follows about the personal lives of celebrities. I always say, if you're a content creator, then give us content. I'll look at your content. I will critique what you've done with your content. I don't like going to the boundaries of family. But now it comes to a point where if you've decided to put it out there for us, then people will do what they are going to do. And the worst part about Kenya is that you can never know whether something is true or it's clout chasing. Just the other day, we were having an issue about Daddy Mato. He was beating up his woman, blah, 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 blah. And there is always this notion of this is a happy couple, nini, nini. Only to realize that that is not the fact. Well, I won't talk about that much, but what I would always like, and I always try to advocate, if you are out here on the streets, you are a celebrity, or you do content, or whatever you do, you're in the public space. Man, keep your personal life to yourself. Keep it, the personal people, those people who your family or people who you hold dear. Ensure that they are not on the camera. People should not necessarily know them, because I look at some of the celebs in Kenya. Who knows Bibia Churchill? Nani anajua Bibia Churchill? And is one of the most successful celebrities in Kenya. Well, I'm giving that as just one example among many more, where people have their families, but they keep them intact. And that way, you can never attack what you don't know. I think if we didn't know if we didn't know who Mulamwa's woman is, then she wouldn't be attacked as much as she did. But the worst part about it is not even about knowing each other. You can be both celebrities. We can't describe on how you're going to live your life. If you really want to put your woman in the limelight, or you want to put your man on the limelight, then good riddance. If you want your son or daughter out here in the public, well, good for you. We can't restrict you. But for me, personally, I advocate on keeping your personal life to yourself. It will really save you a lot. And as I was looking at this Mulamwa issue and the expose, I think by now most of you have heard, exposing nudes, both of them exposing nudes. There was also the issue of Nirudishie Meno. I felt, in as much as maybe Mulamwa would have been offended, he stooped too low. I've been in a position where you're in a relationship that is not working, or you're fighting in a relationship. But I've always drew inspiration from Joseph. Joseph, the father of Jesus. Well, Joseph, the father of Jesus, or Joseph, who the caretaker of Jesus, because he was not the real dad. Joseph, when Joseph realized that Mary was pregnant, and he knew, alikuwa anajua Mary anamwambianga, aki Joseph, aki mimi ni bikra, kiasi mzee ako na ball. Joseph wonders, Mary, you've been staying, but now we wait until marriage. Kumbe kuna jamaa imegonga kitu bwana. Well, Joseph thought about it as he was making it, anafanya carpentry yake. Then he was considering, I think it was in the middle of a heartbreak. Anagonga tu, anagongelea misumari. Maybe hata alijigonga hiyo siku. And then he decided, I'll leave this woman. But you know what? I'll just leave her chini. Matthew chapter 1 verses 19. What does it say? Listen. Matthew 1 verses 19 of how Joseph wanted to handle this issue. Okay, because Joseph, her husband, to put into context, that's Mary, was faithful to the law and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace. He had in mind to divorce her quietly. Alikuwa anataka tu kumwacha kisirisiri, silent mode. Kwa anataka kumwacha tu kimosad, chini ya maji. I believe if things are not working out with your person, it's possible to walk out without having to cause unnecessary drama. We didn't even actually have to know on whether you are together or not. It's none of our business. And we actually won't help you in any way. At the end of the day, the people who will help you are not the people of the internet. It's your family, it's your people, and they are the only ones who will suffer. What still? There's a kid in the picture. What will this kid grow up seeing? Chakula ya mtoto ilionyeshwa. It was exposed outside there. And then his father's manhood and the Karura forest that is beneath there is also exposed. There's no need to wash your dirty linen in public. And actually, Mulamwa, I feel you really stooped low. If your woman wants to go the attacking route or nini, you don't have to follow that. Ikifika ni vita ya mdomo, whether you are right or wrong, I don't think that there's any man who would beat a woman at an argument. It's very difficult. So difficult. So the dignified thing as a man you do is to walk out. Draw inspiration from Joseph. You can decide to live silently. Chini ya maji. Well, I know what heartbreaks does to a man, but sometimes you just have to cut your losses. Mulamwa, I think he was feeling, msichana nilipatana na yeye kama hizi sema za abudha. Then nikamnunulia meno, akaeka meno, I fixed her smile. Now she's going to smile at another Negro. And I'm here watching. I'll be suffering. Well, you have a Benz or you have a lot of money. You can always get another woman and maybe even a better one. But even before that, try to work things out between the two of you kwa sababu yale ambayo mlikosana ni between the two of you. And if it doesn't work, si lazima, si Nairobi ati tunasema ati lazima you work. Relationship si Nairobi, tunaforce kama venye Sakaja na force Nairobi work. If it doesn't work, you can always leave. So that about Mulamwa, I think for me, I really felt a little bit disgraced. I saw a man who is clouded by emotions. And the danger of a man being clouded by emotions, especially emotions of love, is the things you can do. Go check out on the number of people who are in prisons because they did something out of emotion, out of anger, when they couldn't control it. You feel bad, you feel angered, you do something that you will actually cost you jail time or even your life. And such things happen at a moment when emotions are high and you cannot control your anger. Then unapata umepiga mtu, umemdunga kisu. You actually didn't intend to do it. But then, since you didn't intend to do it, it's already happened and someone is hurt along the way. And when this person is hurt, then you gotta face the state. And there is no excuse for harming someone. I'm not saying that is what Mulamwa did, but I'm just trying to place a context in the dangers of being clouded by emotions. So most of the men in prison are actually in prison due to matters love, something that someone could or would have controlled. If you feel that emotions are running high, I usually remember there was a time I was in such a bad relationship that tukikosana, I would just walk out and go chill somewhere by the river, watch the birds, watch the water, calm my nerves, and then go back. But if you are there, you are being provoked time after time after time, then you might end up doing something that you will regret. It's always dignifying to walk out. And then hurling insults, exchanging insults with a woman won't bring her back or won't make her sorry. If she doesn't respect you now that she's going to the extent of exposing you in WhatsApp groups, I don't think or feel that there's anything that you would do to gain her respect back. Actually, the Bible says that men should love their women as God loved the church. And women are advised to submit to their husbands. Women are not told to love their husbands, and actually the love language of men, kwa sababu nimekuwa nikisikia, oh, what is your love language? My love language is submission. As a man, if you really love me, submit to me. Listen to me. Well, some will say, oh, it's not the era of submission. Whatever you say, I'm entitled to my opinion, you're entitled to yours. But for me, I feel my love language is a woman who submits. But in as much as she's submitting to me, I'm also obligated to submit to a higher authority, which is God. So, as a man, if you expect your woman to submit to you, then you also have to submit to God first, and then He will lead your ways. He will help you guide your family. You will be the preacher in your family. You'll be the provider. You'll be the protector. So, about Mulamwa and this exposing of nudes, I really felt you are way above that. Meno, sasa meno umerudishiwa, hata ukirudishiwa utafanya nini? Although I felt that was atiwe udema lengoa meno na pliers. How true was that? Can you sustain the pain of pulling out a tooth with a pliers? Well, the worst part about Kenya, as I had said earlier on, is you can never know what is true and what is just scripted for the sake of cloud chasing. Don't be surprised if you come to realize that this is a cloud chase. We've witnessed this quite a lot. Anyway, tuachane na ndoa za watu wawili wakijifunika kwa blanketi moja. Mambo yao hatuwezani nayo. Sisi ni kupiga tu mdomo, tunapiga.